When you look back at the Chicago Bears' most pressing issues over the past few seasons, many fans will point to quarterback struggles, questions on the offensive line, or a lack of explosive playmakers. But one issue that has flown under the radar and created plenty of tension in close games is the kicking situation. After years of fans holding their breath on field goals, the Bears may have just solved this quietly and in dramatic fashion. Coming off a preseason game against the Miami Dolphins that ended in a frustrating 24-24 tie, Chicago got something much more valuable than a win or loss on the scoreboard: clarity at kicker. For months, special teams had been overshadowed by the excitement of Caleb Williams' arrival, the offensive playbook under Ben Johnson, and heated position battles at left tackle and running back. But behind the scenes, the Bears coaching staff wanted to settle the debate. Is Cairo Santos still the man, or is it time for fresh blood? That's why undrafted rookie kicker Jonathan Kim, a strong-legged talent out of Michigan State, was brought in to push Santos. Kim's arrival created excitement among fans because of his reputation for booming 55-plus yard field goals in college. With an 82.1% accuracy rate during his last two seasons at Michigan State and one of the strongest legs in the Big Ten, Kim seemed like a real challenger to Santos. On paper, Santos had always been accurate but lacked consistency from distance. His low trajectory on longer kicks sometimes left fans nervous. Could Kim be the one to finally take the Bears' kicking game to the next level? That question was answered against the Dolphins. With just 1 second left before halftime, the Bears faced a 57-yard field goal attempt. In situations like this, conventional wisdom suggested giving the rookie Kim, known for his leg strength, the chance. But instead, the coaching staff turned to Santos, and Santos delivered. The veteran drilled the 57-yarder with room to spare, sending the ball sailing through the uprights as if distance were never an issue. It wasn't just a preseason highlight, it was a statement. That kick showed that Santos can handle the long game, and it all but ended the kicker competition before it truly started. Coaches raved about it afterward. Ben Johnson even joked that Santos could have backed up further and still nailed it. In a single moment, the Bears found something rare in preseason: peace of mind at a position that has haunted them for years. For Kim, it wasn't a failure, but rather a chance to audition for the rest of the NFL. He may no longer wear navy and orange, but his leg talent means another team is likely to call soon. For Chicago, though, the message was clear: Santos remains their guy, and the kicking game is finally stable heading into the 2025 season. But while one problem is solved, others remain wide open. If the kicking situation is settled, the same cannot be said for left tackle, one of the most critical positions on the field. Protecting the blind side of Caleb Williams is priority number one for Chicago's offensive coaching staff, yet no one has truly stepped up to claim the job. The main contenders are Braxton Jones, a fifth-round pick in 2022 out of Southern Utah. Jones has started 40 games for the Bears already. He's been serviceable but inconsistent, showing flashes of dominance but also stretches where edge rushers took advantage of him. Kiran Amegaji, drafted in the second round this year, Amegaji came in with expectations to eventually take over at left tackle. But as a rookie, he's still learning, and the coaching staff has hesitated to hand him the job outright. Theo Benedict, the wild card. An undrafted free agent in 2024, Benedict has been quietly gaining momentum. After taking several first-team reps in practice, he's now in the conversation as a potential starter, a shocking rise for a player who wasn't even expected to make the roster. Head coach Ben Johnson addressed the situation honestly, admitting that no one has truly separated themselves. "We'd like someone to make it clear that they're the guy," Johnson explained. "We haven't seen that yet. It's a concerning development." With two preseason games left before the opener, the Bears still don't know who will be tasked with keeping Williams upright. And Johnson made another point: even once the competition ends, the winner won't have the job permanently. Consistency is key, and if the starter struggles, the coaching staff won't hesitate to make a change. This uncertainty on the offensive line raises the stakes for the upcoming preseason matchup against the Buffalo Bills, where starters are expected to see significant action for the first time. For Williams, this will be his chance to showcase his skills against a high-level defense, but he can only do that if the line holds. And speaking of Williams, let's not forget that much of the national conversation still centers around him. Media voices outside of Chicago continue to doubt the rookie, questioning everything from his maturity to his NFL readiness. Every throw he makes this preseason will be dissected. But inside Hollis Hall, there's confidence that Williams is exactly where he needs to be. Alongside Williams, the running back room will be another storyline. D'Andre Swift has been the subject of criticism since joining Chicago. Some fans wanted the Bears to invest more heavily in the position, but instead, they've leaned on Swift, Roshan Johnson, and rookie Kyle Monangai. Swift must prove he can be a reliable, explosive weapon. Johnson looks ready to take on a Montgomery-like role in Ben Johnson's system and could surprise many by leading the team, or even the league, in touchdowns. Monangai, a late-round pick out of Rutgers, runs with the same angry style as Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs. If Swift falters, Monangai could quickly earn snaps as the new fan favorite. Add in the wide receiver battle, where rookie Luther Burden is trying to overcome a hamstring injury and push past Olamide Zaccoz for the WR3 role, and the Bears' offense is filled with competition. Burden has first-round talent and flashed with 2 catches for 29 yards last week, but Zacco's consistency makes him tough to unseat. This is exactly the type of internal battle championship teams thrive on. Depth is finally building in Chicago, and whether it's at left tackle, running back, or wide receiver, no one can afford to relax. Before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to press the bell icon. This way you never miss a daily update on your Chicago Bears. The upcoming preseason showdown with the Buffalo Bills looms large. It won't count in the standings, but make no mistake, it's one of the most important tests of the summer for Chicago. Why? Because this is the game where the starters will see real action. Fans are eager to watch Caleb Williams face off against one of the AFC's toughest defenses, led by Josh Allen on the other side of the ball. It's the kind of test every rookie quarterback needs before the regular season begins. For Williams, the focus will be execution, rhythm, and command of the offense. He doesn't need to be perfect. He needs to show progress, timing with his receivers, and the ability to move the offense down the field. Every snap against the Bills will give the coaching staff more clarity about where he stands heading into Week 1. Other players to keep an eye on. Roshan Johnson, can he solidify himself as the touchdown machine this offense needs? D'Andre Swift, does he show explosiveness, or does Monangai continue to close the gap? Luther Burden, can he stay healthy and push past Zaccoz in the depth chart? Braxton Jones and Theo Benedict, which tackle proves he deserves the job protecting Williams' blind side? Defensively, the additions of Britton Brown at running back, safety Mark Perry, and others provide depth, but the spotlight remains on the secondary. Injuries have forced roster shuffling, and the final 2 preseason games will determine who stays and who goes. Most importantly, though, this Bills game will set the tone for the start of the season. A strong showing from Williams and the offensive line could silence critics and energize fans. Struggles, on the other hand, may raise red flags heading into September. This is why preseason isn't just about final scores. It's about answers. And the Bears have plenty of questions that still need them. Final thoughts 1. The Bears solved their kicking question. Cairo Santos remains the guy. 2. Jonathan Kim may land elsewhere, but Chicago has clarity at last. 3. The left tackle battle remains unsettled, with Jones, Amegaji, and Benedict in the mix. 4. Protecting Caleb Williams is priority number 1 going forward. 5. The running back room is competitive, with Swift, Johnson, and Monangai all pushing each other. 6. Luther Burden's progress will be key to shaping the receiver depth chart. 7. The Buffalo Bills game will provide critical answers before the season starts. 8. Williams doesn't need perfection, just growth and command of the offense. 9. Depth battles across the roster highlight the Bears' improving competitiveness. 10. With stability at kicker and fire at other positions, the Bears are quietly building momentum for 2025.